What's up, YouTube? Capital G here. Got a couple of quick and awesome duels for you guys to check out. The first one is going to feature Relinquished, and it's going to be facing off against World Chalice. I don't run Battle Fader in my Relinquished deck, but this is something that had not really occurred to me. This is actually a pretty good card. It can stop one of your opponent's massive pushes, level 1, which means you can go into Relinquish Anima, and it provides fodder for a ritual summon after you have used it to, block an attack and stuff like that. So yeah, Battle Fader might be something I think about in the future for my Relinquish build, because I do run Relinquish a lot. Anyways, let's see what's going to happen. I think turn 1 is just going to be like set Super Poly and hope to God your opponent doesn't try to kill you. Although he does have, he has the Battle Fader, so assuming his opponent doesn't drop Gamma Seal, there shouldn't be anything short of maybe a Tri-Gate Negate that should be able to let this guy actually kill him. Whether the Super Poly actually, does go off or doesn't go off or anything like that. So World Chalice is going. I don't think he's going to make Saryuja Skull Dread or drop Gamma Seal, so it's not really going to be that great of a turn. I think a lot of it had to do with the cards that he just drew. He drew stuff like Twin Twister and also, like Called by the Grave, the Kaiju Slumber. These are not like cards that help you combo further. These are cards that basically just help you break boards, the Kaiju, etc., etc. So he is going to lose his Super Poly. Does drop the Battle Fader. His opponent's going to get lead to the hand. This is where it starts becoming, how many times can I attempt to break that World Chalice board? Because not really any, there's a little negation. Basically, he has the Decode Talker, and that's kind of it. But let's see where this goes, right? So he's going to go, and he's going to activate preparation or pre-preparation of rights. He's going to start off by going into Relinquish Anima. Obviously, you're going to summon that in the same column as the Decode Talker so that you can try to suck up the Decode Talker. By the way, Konami, if you ever see this video, give us this freaking card in the TCG. I want to build my Relinquish deck IRL, but you can't really have it complete without this card. But anyways, he has the Relinquish Anima. He's going to try to suck up the Decode Talker. Decode Talker says, nah, I'm not really feeling that. I'm just going to go ahead and negate. So that's the first attempt to try to suck up a monster. No problem. He says, I'm going to press one. Now, he does actually, by the way, summon the lead from his hand, and he's going to go ahead and he's going to add the Guard Dragon. So that's perfectly fine. He's going to go ahead and Ritual Summon. Now he's going to probably use the Illusionist in his hand, which he does. He's trying to suck up another monster. The problem is when he tries to suck up Ningirsu, the Guard Dragon just says, nope, I'm going to negate that. So that's his second attempt on trying to suck up a monster in this turn. He's not done yet. He's going to activate Relinquish Effect, and he's going to try to suck up Decode Talker. So this is the third attempt of sucking up a monster. Decode Talker is going to negate that. He is going to try to activate the Faceless Magician from the graveyard. Called by the Grave is going to stop that, so he won't be able to get that back from the hand. The problem is he does have Kinkaboyo. Kinkaboyo, in my opinion, is standard in these Relinquish builds because you can summon things like Relinquish and Thousand Eyes Restrict by the way of Instant Fusion. You can summon them back from the graveyard. So this basically gives you your Relinquish again. Now he can just go ahead, he can add the Illusionist back to his hand, and for the fourth time, he can try to suck up a monster. This time it actually is successful, but his opponent still has that Twin Twister, so rest in pepperonis, but he's going back to the well, Relinquish Anima again, and for the fifth time he will attempt, and he will be successful in sucking up a monster. His opponent scoops because he realizes I don't have any resources left, and you already got the Relinquish Anima on board, so I'm not going to be able to fight back. I like that. He knows exactly what Relinquish does. It sucks up monsters. That's the entire point of this deck. And he he basically tried to do it 5 times in that turn. That was actually pretty cool. Second duel, I believe, is Paleo versus Sky Striker. And a duel that's pretty much going to be decided by 1 or 2 cards. I don't know if this matchup favors either deck. I mean, the build of this Paleo might be that it's favored a little bit. I guess it obviously depends on who goes first. Let's see how it's going to play out. He does have Twin Twister and he has Jamming Waves. That's incredibly good if you're a Sky Striker player. He did have the counter though. That counter being Artifact Scythe, and that means he can obviously summon his, Artifact Sanctum, and then going to summon Scythe. And now he is going to activate the effect. However, he has no cards on the field. This resolves in a new chain. Keep that in mind, Artifact Scythe. This means that he can impermanence that. Had he got that off, I think he just would have won the game outright right there. Unfortunately, he is not able to do that. He's going to draw another copy of Kagari. He draws another Ray off of his copy of Engage. Now it kind of looks like he's won the game. He has massive advantage. He has 2 engages in his hand, but do not sleep on that set card, Card of Demise. That's going to bring him back in this game. Going to summon the Water Barrier statue. And would you look at the cards he got, an Impermanence, a Mistake, and an Imperial Order. We already know Imperial Order can basically beat the entire Sky Striker deck by itself, but also the copy of Mistake kind of being a free Imperial Order against what he wants to do. No, you're not going to be able to get any cards from Engage because I have my Mistake, don't cost me any life points. He gets some battle damage, that's cool. He's going to go for the copy of Hayate, no point in going into anything else. I guess maybe he could have went into Kaina. He's going to get totally awesome. That was an excellent top deck of the Swap Frog. Keep in mind his Kagari is in the graveyard, so there's nothing that he can do about that. At this point, I think he's just going to go for Hayate Beatdown, which that's interesting. Ash Blossom on it, totally awesome to make sure it doesn't summon from the deck. And yeah, he's going straight up Hayate Beatdown. He says, Cap G, this is the new Sky Striker win condition with only 1 Kagari. We go Hayate Beatdown, baby. He's going to use Impermanence just to save himself 1500 damage, but the Mistake is still just putting in work. He cannot search for Shizuku. He cannot really activate or resolve. He can't resolve the effect of Area 0, and obviously he can't use Engage. So this guy's basically locked. Gets the copy of, well, it doesn't even matter now because he has the Swap Frog from his deck. He probably is going to go into Mistar Boy, summon another copy of Totally Awesome. Also has the Water Barrier statue. This duel just like snowballed so hard off of that Card of Demise, specifically getting the copy of Mistake, basically kind of beating the Sky Striker player entirely. Then, just to add insult to injury, look what he top decks. Another completely useless card. Cannot even activate Terraforming because Mistake is actually beating this guy's entire deck. He just scoops at that point, and it is a GG no re. It's so crazy how one like kind of obscure Floodgate still is so effective even in today's meta. So many decks do searching. Mistake, very undervalued card. If you're playing one of these control decks that do not search a lot, mainly like you know how Paleo and Frogs do, they don't really search other than like Dupe Frog, only search card in their deck. This card can still do a whole lot of work. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed those duels. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.